Want to make a really cool poster? Do you need some super professional looking graphics? Then you need to know how to use Canva. So to get started with Canva, you're going to go to canva.com, canva.com, and you're going to sign up for an account. So it says new to Canva, sign up. You're going to click education, and then you're going to sign up with Google. And if you're already logged in, it will take you right to Canva. And if you're not logged in, you're going to need to create an account. So the first thing you need to do when you get into Canva is decide what size graphic you want to produce. They have all different options, but we're going to go with poster. And one of the reasons why Canva is so easy to use is because it gives you all these pre-designed options to pick from, and then you can customize them to fit your specific needs. For example, one of the things you're doing with your social studies projects is you're advocating for changes to solve some kind of corruption or social issue. So this is a poster that would advertise or help promote some changes to stopping child labor. You can take a pre-created poster and you can edit it to meet your needs, or you can work with a brand new poster where you totally create one on your own. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to go back to Canva and we are going to create a blank poster, or we're going to work with a blank poster just so you can see how to add different elements. So if you want, you can pick from a layout, or you can take this blank poster and you can add different things to it. So if I go to elements, this explains all the different ways I can add to my poster. So you can click on photos and you can look through images that Canva gives you. Please note that it has to say free. If it doesn't say free, it will charge you. So you can click on a picture and it'll show up on your poster, and you can drag it to size it so it fills as much of the poster as you want. You can also search images up at the top. So if I type in mountain, I will get, right now it's all pictures, but I can go to photos or illustrations. If I wanted to throw in a little picture of a mountain down here at the bottom, I could do that. Once again, keep in mind you need to stick with posters that have this crown icon, or images that have this crown icon that show they're free. Maybe I like these mountains better. Okay. So once you have looked through what Canva offers, maybe you'll decide that they don't have the picture you want, or the picture they have is going to charge you. So you want to upload your own picture. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to go to google.com and we're going to do an advanced image search. So I'm going to type in mountains, and I'm going to go to images. And see how there's this drop-down menu that says tools? I want to change the usage rights to labeled for non-commercial reuse. I want to select this bottom option. So these are the pictures that I'm allowed to put in my poster. So I'm going to find one that I like. This one's pretty cool. So I am going to view image so I get the absolute biggest version possible. And then I'm going to right click or two finger click if you're on a Chromebook and click Save As. This picture is going to go to either my drive if I'm on a Chromebook, or my desktop. I'm going to click Save. So now I'm going to go back to Canva because I found a picture that I'm allowed to use, and I'm going to upload that picture to Canva. So I'm going to click the button that says Uploads, and I'm going to say Upload my own image, and I'm going to find that mountain picture that I just downloaded. There it is, and I'm going to say Open. And it's going to upload, and once it's uploaded, it'll stay in my own personal images forever. And you can see that this little circle is filling up. Once it's filled up, the picture's ready to go. And I now have that picture that I can drag and use on my own document. Okay. Let's look at some other things that are part of this elements section. So we looked at photos. Another thing you can do is use a grid. If you want to use two different pictures side by side, I could do this, or I could do this. It kind of gives you a collage effect. So if I go back to images, let's just do these nature ones. I can drop different pictures in each spot, and it kind of makes this pretty grid effect. Okay, so that's how you use grids. If you want to combine multiple images, it will do that for you, and you just drop the picture you want into the grid. You can also use frames. So frames you would use if you only wanted like one picture, but you wanted to do something cool with it. So here's an example of how a frame might work. So let's say I like this particular frame. I'm going to put it here on my poster, and then I'm going to go back to free photos, and I'm going to find a mountain picture that I like. Let's use this one, and I'm going to drop it into this frame, and it takes the image and puts it in whatever frame I've selected. So that's how you can use frames. You also have the option of shapes. There's all kinds of shapes to pick from. So if you wanted a circle on your page for some reason, anything that's a shape, in some illustrations actually, you can change the color. See how this little color box showed up? If I wanted to change the color of my picture, I can do that, or the color of my shape. So now I have an orange circle. So I just went up here and I picked whatever color I thought would look good. Okay, so those are shapes. You can do the same thing with lines. They're just a fancier kind of shape. Once again, I can pick the color. I can also search illustrations. Illustrations will show up if you search for photos. It's just a different tab. Icons are part of illustrations, and you could also make charts if you wanted to. You can search through illustrations and photos by these different categories. So if that makes your life easier, you can click on, for example, people, and see if there's pictures there that would be useful. Maybe you know the kind of image you want, but you don't know what keywords to use. So then you should use these categories and just browse the picture. Okay, you can also add text. So another really nice thing about Canva is that it will give you options where it's selected the shape and the fonts that work really well together. So I just picked this particular one. I'm going to change the color to, let's make it blue, and I can type what I want, and it leaves the font the way I want it. All right, so you have all kinds of options. So you can pick a pre-selected combination of font and like layout, or if you want, you can just pick a heading or a body of text, and then you can pick the font, the color, you can change the size. So I would use these things if you want to do some customizing and need to add more than like a title. They also have options for backgrounds. So if you didn't want to have a photo as a background, you could use one of these options. Okay. So when you're totally done with your poster and you think it looks amazing, you're going to click the button that says share, and you're going to want to click link. And on this menu where it says can edit, you just want to click can view. So you're going to copy the link. And in Classroom, Mrs. Castelaire has put a doc that says Canva posters. So find the Canva posters doc for your class. This is period 3. I would type my name, and then I would paste the link to my poster. Okay, so that's what you do when you're all done. Have fun designing in Canva. You can see some of the stuff I've created. You don't have to click save if you're working in Canva and the bell rings or you want to take a break. You just stop and it'll automatically save everything, and then you can come back and edit it. So have fun, and you should get some really professional, cool looking designs.